I don't think we're doing that thing with him.
No.
He's part of the furniture, isn't he? He's like Webby or Hopper. Yeah.
Somewhere between Weppy and Webby.
Weppy. Hey?
Whopper.
Weppy, Whopper.
Good start.
Yeah. If you don't know who that is, that's Scotty.
Rank them in terms of funniest.
Who?
Them three.
Scotty, Hopper and Webber.
Does Hopper live at Rooney's now?
Does it? Why is he just constantly...
I don't know if you've not seen the footage.
No.
Basically, like...
him and Kai Rooney?
I reckon he sees more of Rooney's kids than Rooney.
Right.
I ain't saying he's throwing one in clean, by the way.
Right, so what are we in? What are we in now? What? 30, it feels like normal service has been resumed at the Brew. 30 seconds in.
Just saying.
Stephen House is talking about Ryan Hopper not having relations with...
I said he wasn't banging Colleen.
That's a good point, that. Yeah, you did say that. So, there's legally, it's fine. I don't know if the legal is a thing. Yeah, because I felt like I sort of left you to your own devices last week, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, by the way, in totally unrelated news, McCullough's never coming on the Brew ever again.
Okay. I'm proud of you for persevering. I honestly thought this is going to go horribly wrong in so many ways that it might be the end of the channel.
Just for the audience, for a little bit of context, right?
Yeah.
Michael, a.k.a. Mike, a.k.a. Bubbles, wasn't in character till the fucking show started.
It was so weird, right? Because Maka was double giddy, right? And I think, to be fair, right, we all do things, I mean, we kind of do things all the time on this channel that we shouldn't really do from a business perspective, but we want to do them. And it's something we want to do.
I thought that was the business plan.
Yeah, that was the business plan.
The business plan is to do what the fuck we want.
Yeah, that's basically what we've been doing for the last 5 years,
Always for
right?
the business,
yeah, like
5 years.
I know, 5 years.
Wow.
We kept going. We're just stumbling along.
Not found out yet.
Yeah. People said to me once, I remember having this conversation, me and him was like, so what's your business plan? And I go, what? You're looking at it. Sit in front of the camera and chat shit. That's our business plan, and that's what we've been doing. So yeah,
if we had a business plan, no one was approving this show.
No, they weren't.
And they certainly weren't approving last week's.
No. So Maka wanted, because Maka rang me, right, to give you a bit of context, because he rang me and he said a series of words that didn't make much sense to me. He said, I've spoke to one of the Trailer Park Boys. They want to come on the channel.
Yeah, not tomorrow though.
When
wasn't the vibe I got.
And I was
when
like,
I come down here and you're like, oh, I'm leaving you to the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
And I was like, right, okay. So I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know what the Trailer Park Boys are, and he was like, I'm gonna come down and do it. I was like, all right, so I'll get you on the Brew. It's nice of you to join us on the Brew for once. Trailer Park Boys, yeah, fine. He was like, the Mint, fine, great. But then it was so odd because they came down and like was not in character, then in character, and then they also had the Liam Gallagher dude with him and a band member as well. So it was the most random brewy and ever. And then I was like, it's Mrs. birthday, so it was an excuse for me to leave.
But Joe, like, I asked him, like, was it scripted or was it off the cuff? Like, I could have had a conversation with him if it had been like, whatever. But it was like, oh, when the camera fellas come round and you're like, come on, mate. It was like if we'd have got Spencer off Phoenix Nights,
Really?
right? And he wanted to just be Spencer from Phoenix Nights for the
Right.
entire thing.
There's some rankings here.
And you got no forewarning of this?
No, he didn't
At all?
And I was proud of him for sticking around because I've done the Brew with Steve, right? I remember there's a couple.
I had an headache.
Yeah. There was a couple of brews I've done with Steve where it's just been me and him, and he's got off just as we've gone live. Not because of anything I've said, just because someone's annoyed him, and he's just gone, you know what?
Can't be asked for this shit.
As we've gone live, and I'm like, Steve was there, do you remember? But now he's been replaced by. Come and sit in, and we just dragged someone out of the office. So yeah, it was one of them, but it's it was one off McCullough's bucket list. Manchester Maverick Ross Murphy says Webby first, Scotty second, RH third. There's some value to that. I'd put Scotty first though because he's my mate, and he's
I knew you'd bottle it like that.
Bottle it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Webby's got more years, hence more tails than I have.
Webby, I don't know if Webby even knows how many tails he's got.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Webby, to be fair, I think Webby's got the most outrageous tails out of all. Well, I don't know about you.
No, he has.
But like, he's got some of his stories are insane, and like, yeah, some of the that we can't repeat are just off the head. Like, so I think Webby possibly, but
Definitely.
yeah, possibly, definitely.
By the way, when that book comes out, I'm buying them.
What book?
Webby's book.
Steve,
The hardest part about this book is getting Webby to sit down.
You disappoint me, Steve. There's more chance of me
No,
and you
I think
writing
he'll
a
do it. I
children's
believe
book.
him.
100%, than there is of Darren Webb sitting down and writing that book. I
Just
hope it
talking
happens.
to AI. Just get him to recite it.
You could just record it on his phone
Yeah.
and have
Right.
someone tidy it
I
up.
need to tell you guys something, and I think you know this story.
I reckon he'd voice note you. I reckon
I'm
if I said to him, voice note me every day, a chapter.
going to
Yeah,
explain
yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
Done by Friday.
I'm going to explain
There
to
you
you
go.
how good Webby is with technology. He tweeted me once,
Are you allowed?
was that all right for you like last night, son? And I've left a bit out. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't get technology.
He's like
That's what's
Wayne
great about
Rooney's a real
yeah,
sort of tackle.
yeah, I had to ring him and say, why have you just tweeted that? Delete it immediately. He went, oh shit, I thought it was a direct message. Sorry, bro. It's like,
How long
no,
was
it's
it,
not.
How long was it up for?
I don't know. I woke up and read it, so it'd been up for a few hours. So yeah, I think you need to. I think you're the man for the job. You need to sit down with him because you sat down with me and him and managed to get a bit of your book out of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? And me and him are exactly the easiest people to sort of talk to.
Right, so,
So,
to write
We do a lot of
Weber.
talking though.
Yeah, but getting it into a structure, like what Scotty did, was quite impressive.
You know, he had a good plan.
He
No.
did, and also like
It
that
didn't
book,
matter what we said. He already had a plan.
Yeah, that is true. I don't even know if you wrote down what I said. I think you might have just put my name on it.
No, it was coherent in the book.
Oh, I don't
Made
remember saying
sense,
that.
what?
That really happened.
I don't use that word.
You made me look good.
You got another, haven't you?
Yeah, so I'm writing a biography on Caroline Aherne.
Love it.
This is another thing you did to me.
What?
Stitched me up
What
on
now?
here on this very show with him.
Why?
Oh yeah, because I'm reading Jay's laptop
Yeah,
and I just
because
get.
you made it think.
I'm gonna
right,
read it out.
You know better than anyone, right? My memory's shocking, and you always say to me, "We're doing these things together, and we'll do this," and I'm on board. So you sent me a message saying we've got a book deal.
Yeah, I meant like we.
So I thought you meant we. I thought
The
all
royal
right.
we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just meant
So
I.
he read it and went, oh, and he went, congratulations, and shook me hand. I thought, oh, that's nice. And then a message and you went, no, I've got a book deal. You haven't.
Well, thanks anyway.
The royal we, the editorial.
I like that though, Caroline Aherne.
Yeah. So
I
I've
think
only got
that's
six.
mint
I've only
you're
got
doing
6
that.
months to write it, so
Class.
it'll come out next year.
I'm glad. I'm not just saying it because Caroline Aherne is one of my favourite people ever. I'm glad you're doing it because you'll do it the justice it
Favorite
deserves.
character of us?
That's a good question. I'm going to go with Mrs. Merton. The show is the royal family because that show for me is elite.
I think she's better in the royal family than Mrs.
But
Merton.
I think as
I
a
could
character,
see it coming with Mrs. Merton though.
Yeah.
You don't see some of the stuff.
But
she
do you know what
says
it is
in the
now,
royal family.
right, Steve? I think people, you need, and you'll be able to do it because you've lived through it, and so will you. You need to remember that from its time. At that time, everyone weren't doing it.
No, it was a
Because
gimmick
now it's been
she was
ruined by all
Melbourne
these
and she didn't have any-
dickhead YouTubers. He says sat on a YouTube
Oh yeah,
channel.
it sort of set,
who like,
it set the torch paper,
Yeah.
didn't it, for everybody? Like they talk about allergies and
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and kind of-
regionalisms as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was the only Queen's English was really on telly. Really, like
Yeah.
that was proper weird. Like if you didn't have the the sort of voice, you didn't go like. It has become almost a wash of it now. Like if you're a Geordie, you can just do stuff now on telly
Yeah.
because like they just like hire people.
your
with-
regional thing becomes your that's
Yeah.
your selling point, innit? But yeah, it was groundbreaking. As was Royal Family afterwards and stuff.
have you ever seen a stand-up?
Yes,
I think that's mint.
I think it's
I
great
was
as well.
amazed
I've not
how
seen
good it is. Really good
Yeah.
because you think
But
she's
she
not
is a
known-
comedian though, so
Yeah,
o-
I know.
had to
Obviously,
have
she's
her.
funny, but you think because a lot of comedians like who write.
That was
great,
a lot where people got their goes in sitcoms
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
because they was doing stand-up.
Well,
She-
what a unit that was like. Steve Coogan was part of the same year. The troupe, him, John Thompson, and Caroline Aherne.
Yeah, those three.
I think Peter Kay came just after.
Yeah,
that
he was a
one.
bit more, and like those three knew each other quite a while. As
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
didn't
They
they?
used to.
Yeah, because Caroline Ahern's stand-up was really, it's just her.
Well, they did all right, didn't they?
No, no.
Who was the other one she did? Was it Sister Mary?
There was Sister Mary Immaculate, and then there was Paul, the Scorchio,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Portuguese.
Did you ever watch the
well,
Fast Show?
Wasn't really my thing.
Did you ever watch it?
It's a
I
bit
don't
too.
think
It's a bit.
aged
It's
that
a
well.
bit too left field for me. I didn't really get like.
She's good in it when she does like that thing
Yeah.
where she's the girl in a bedroom just chatting nonsense about Lisa Stansfield or whatever. And the stuff with John Thompson is quite funny, but a lot of it, when you watch it back now, you think it's a bit.
It was never highbrow though. It's the Fast Show. It's meant to just be.
Yeah.
It'd probably be really successful now because it'd be a TikTok.
It would be
True,
a
yeah,
TikTok.
it is.
That
Isn't
is,
it?
that is a
You
TikTok.
could
innit,
break that
before
down.
Tik-
It's just a
that's what said
montage
that.
of TikToks.
It was a
Good
TikTok
point.
before TikTok was a thing.
I'll steal that.
on the telly. So
Can I have that?
when's this book out? Remind, go on.
So no, it's due out in spring next year.
All right, okay, good stuff. Edward Porter says, "Lad Man, what a fantastic TV show! I binged it over last weekend."
That'd be if it was set around here. That.
Lad Man, it would, wouldn't it? That'd be like. Not set in the oil wells of Texas. It's set in the Gregs of Eccles. Landman is referenced in there because we've got a bit of it on the thumbnail. We talk about cameos. Do you know what we've got on the thumbnail when we talk about cameos in Landman?
Seen the thumbnail.
Andy Garcia's on the thumbnail.
Nice.
Because Landman finale was...
I've not seen this.
Have you not?
No.
He got me onto it, right? And he was on about Landman, and he's got a pretty good batting average with me with things he's recommended, because he recommended...
It's just anything Taylor Sheridan's done.
Yeah, he said...
Not really getting much more deep than that. It's just, there's Taylor Sheridan done it, just fucking watch it.
Yeah. Yellowstone's of one, isn't it?
Yeah, Yellowstone.
1883, 1923.
Yellowstone.
I've got a Saturday
Landman's
tomorrow.
good, Lioness is good, fucking...
Mate, you'll love it.
Yeah.
I can't explain, like, if we just sit here now, have you seen Landman?
No, that's what
Right, so here's what it is. It's like mom and pop oil fields in Texas. And Billy Bob Thornton's like a general manager, like a mid-level manager.
And
there you go, that's it. That's it. But
Yeah.
is it not like the best telly you've ever seen?
It's amazing.
I can't explain how it's so fucking good.
Right.
I can't explain how it's so good. It shouldn't be good.
What I love as well is, I know we repeat myself, I say this to you all the time, but he recommended, he said, you want to watch Landman, watch it, I was at home, I think I was on a late or whatever, and you sit down and from the first minute, it's got you.
Really?
The first scene, you're like, wow. And then I ended up watching, because I was a bit behind.
The ending of episode 1 as well, you just go fucking hell.
Honestly, mate. And it's like, right, because I've not seen the first, I was 3 behind, so I watched the first 3 at once, basically, because then it was like, right, I'm watching them all. And then I was like, week by week, I was watching them and I couldn't wait for it. And it was like, you know, that thing where it ends, you're like, I can't wait for the next one. It is really good.
Yellowstone's over.
Yeah, I watched all that. Yeah.
1923's got a second season coming in about 5 weeks. I don't know what we can do. Can we like put myself in stasis 5 weeks? Just wait.
I know. I hate when you have to. I hate when you
Lioness is over. Landman's over.
Have you watched White Lotus?
No.
It's a series that's set in different hotels. The second series is set in Sicily. It's got Chris Moltisanti or Michael Imperioli.
Oh, I love it.
Character. So it's like at the beginning, there's a dead body, and you're not too sure like whose it is out of all the people who's entered into the hotel. But it just sounds like quite a run-in-the-mill like murder mystery. It's brilliant, proper dynamics, and honestly, it's really, really good.
I'll check it out.
Notch in the chat, he says, Fast Show was elite. He also says, so Alvida's Aim Pet didn't exist. Alvida's Aim Pet was good, but it was a bit before my time, if I'm being honest. I remember it when I was little. Rebecca Carey says, lads, do you reckon Joe looks like General Zod's henchman from Superman 2? I think he's called None. Can you find it for us? Put that up. I vaguely remember that. I think he's a little bit. He's just got a big black beard, hasn't he? And I know what you mean. He's very tall as well.
Do you not think they were overrated?
What?
Like suits. Wow.
Can we get that on the screen, please?
Superman films.
I like Superman 2. Is that the one where he
Is that
loses?
Richard Pryor?
That the one where he gets
that's great.
that the one he gets put in a glass.
Yeah, he loses his powers because he falls in love with Lois
Which was
Lane.
Marlon Brando in?
I think he's in one.
Right, okay.
Because he's his dad, innit? He sends him off to Earth.
He was always a bit too clean cut for me, though, Superman. I liked him when he kicked his own ass. That was decent. But
That's 3, innit?
Yeah. How many was there?
There was 4. With Christopher Reeve, there was 4.
Yeah.
There was Superman 1, Superman 2, 3,
Can't
and
get the concept
Superman 4
of,
was the Quest
like,
for Peace.
he shouldn't be jacked.
Who?
Superman.
What I don't get is how he's Clark Kent, right?
He did the thing with his hair.
Yeah, and takes off his glasses. And he
No
goes,
one got a
Superman.
fucking clue.
I know, yeah.
Like, if
and then
there was a
they'll say, Clark, you've just missed Superman, he was just there, and he'll go,
How bad was the policeman?
no wonder he's having to fight all these criminals.
If there was a dude that could fly,
Yeah.
they would be looking for him all the fucking time, right? They'd be like, not only can he fly, where's his underpants on the outside? He's off his tits, right? And he gets gimped up for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you reckon
Why couldn't he just wear a suit?
Was it Stan Lee who created Superman?
No.
Is it?
Superman was DC, 180.
Do you reckon there was some drugs going on? We're like, do you know what we'll do? We'll put his Y fronts on outside his suit.
How are we going to know he's a superhero unless he's dressed
Yeah.
Yeah.
like he's going to that fucking gaffer? I couldn't get into in Berlin.
There's General Zod's henchman, who looks a bit like Joe Smith.
Yeah.
He does a little bit, doesn't he, actually? The face is quite similar.
We've never seen him and Joe Smith's dad in the same room.
That's a good point there. Just saying. Not
But
casting
why is
aspersions.
Superman jacked? He shouldn't be jacked. You build muscle by resistance, and if you can lift up the world, you should look
Have
like
you ever
skin and
seen?
bone.
Can you Google? This is Steve's worst nightmare. Nicolas Cage Superman.
Oh,
About
I've seen
Dome?
this.
About
I've seen
Dome?
this this
Why would
morning.
you seen
actually.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't-
Why
it
we
didn't
doing this?
happen. It didn't happen.
Berghain, that's the one, yeah.
It didn't happen, but it's like it's one of those things where they were gonna. It was gonna be. Was it Tim Burton?
Yeah, Tim
He was
Burton.
gonna
did-
you would have ended up. I don't know. Probably killing someone.
Go back a second, because the Superman thing, you're right. It would be like David Beckham just putting on some sunglasses and everyone going, fuck, who's he?
Yeah.
We know that don't work.
I know. It's suspension of disbelief, though, isn't it? It's all right. You got to, like, there you go. There's your mate.
Hiding him. Wow.
Aren't you gutted that film didn't happen?
I can smell the acting on it already.
It looks like Alice
The
Cooper
overacting.
fell into paint.
Yeah, it is.
Done it?
The overacting. Imagine how extra he'd be as Superman.
Oh,
Imagine it.
wow.
You think he's extra in Face Off or whatever. Wait till you see him with he's a kick, not the kick.
I fucking hate him, Jay.
Do you know what the thing is? As well, right?
Blake was watching
I-
the fucking Croods. There's a voice in it. I
think-
sit there like,
He's
mad.
not bad in the cruise.
Yeah, but he's not in it. That's why.
You can't have it with him. I made the mistake once of pointing out the fact he won an Oscar for leaving Las Vegas, and he nearly chinned me. Honestly, I'm not saying I'm like right.
Fucking
okay.
hate him.
Right.
I'm done.
Because of why though? But like, what is it? Because he plays the same.
Because I've watched him.
Oh right, okay.
You may notice Steve likes to double down on things.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm not trying to change his mind. I'm just trying to get an understanding.
And also, Steve does that when like he doesn't back a footballer and the footballer plays well. Since Steve has his opinion on Nick Cage hasn't got any better.
Right, right.
His career's got worse.
The CGI Nicolas Cage Superman into the Flash films.
The Flash film underwhelmed, didn't it?
Yeah.
It didn't do well. And also, Ezra Miller's got a lot of things going on. Let's just leave that there because we don't want to get sued. Yeah, I'm not surprised that didn't work. Yeah. Johnny B. Goodnass says Nick Cage Superman was in the recent Flash movie. It was bad. Someone says there, he's fucking amazing and wild at heart. R.I.P. David Lynch. Dan Ellington. Dan Ellington. Did you like David Lynch? Just a quick one.
Twin Peaks used to freak the shit out of
Did
me
you
when I
watch
was
Twin
younger.
Peaks?
No, I don't think so.
I like
It was like
music.
it was a bit before. I was about 10, so you would have been about 7 when it came
I
out.
had a nanny that got me into like horror films at an early age. It probably explains a lot. But yeah, I never really got into a lot of his other stuff. There's one called Blue Velvet that he did. Have you seen that film?
Of course, I've seen that.
Yeah. that was that your first time you had a quiet word with yourself?
Yeah, maybe. I might have it on VHS still somewhere.
Yeah. You've not seen
Isabella
it?
Rossellini.
Isabella Rossellini.
Naked for a good portion of that film. It's a good plot.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
liked about it when I was 12 years old. The plot.
The arc.
Yeah, the
arc.
character
Honestly,
arc,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Backstory.
What was the first film you saw Nobbin in? And I'm not talking like a proper Bluey.
Yeah.
But like the first film that used like Jesus. That was Backdraft.
Was it?
Backdraft. There's a knobbing in that.
Yeah.
Was it really Backdraft or was it Backshaft or something?
No, it was Backdraft.
The filth version.
With like 9 of the Baldwins in it. There aren't all the Baldwins in Backdraft.
What? Remind us we've got to do Manscaped read.
Backshaft.
When you're doing the backshaft on the Backdraft.
You need Manscaped. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, it is one of the Baldwins in back. So is it?
No, in it both of them.
No, it's
It's Alec and Stephen, I think.
No, Stephen's not in it.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
It was the Uber Shagger, wasn't it?
Yeah, Stephen's in The Usual Suspects.
Stephen's the bigger of the two.
William's in it.
William, that's it.
Yeah, William's in it. Let's have a look.
I don't remember any shagging in that.
No, is it Rebecca De Mornay and Kurt Russell? Did they get it on? No. Or is it Jennifer Jason Leigh? Is it when they're shagging on the
blonde one, yeah, on top of the
yeah. Sorry, yeah.
I remember seeing some sort of like Elizabethan thing. Like I don't
he's always
remember the name
knobbing
of
in
it.
that,
Yeah, he's always like knobbing in them sort of Victorian, period pieces.
Yeah.
But then like they're all wearing corsets and stuff. So when it first got to the time of me expecting, someone's bra, I was a bit upset.
There was no corset.
There was no corset. I was like, what's all this about?
Where's your corset?
Yeah.
You absolutely.
Where's your petticoats, you flute?
Do you know what I mean? God, get a grip, fix up.
You get a carriage
I can't
home.
remember actually. It's a really good question. That. What's the first film I saw a bit of knobbing in? Honestly.
How old were you when you first started?
Someone's going to be like, Up and Under with Samantha Janus in the shower.
Oh yeah, that was.
Band of Gold.
Band of Gold had a bit of shagging in it about the brass.
Decent bit of that in
yeah,
there.
that was good.
We're not set round here.
Yeah.
And by round here, I mean like that street.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it was.
it's where the price of property has gone through the roof now.
Yeah,
Like-
imagine back in the day buying a gaff around there. It was pennies, wasn't it? But now it's like.
Wasn't it literally set on Dale Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's Bradford, wasn't it? Or what, but like what's that area called? Bradford in Manchester.
Bradford.
Is
Yeah,
it around there?
yeah,
It is,
Well,
yeah.
it's not there.
um,
It's there.
Yeah.
If you want to get technical, it's like one
Stones
street
Throw.
over and that way. I'm thinking about Bradford Road actually.
Yeah, Bradford Road.
Why is it called Bradford?
I don't know.
Why did you name it Bradford and a gaff right next, like literally 30 mile away is an actual town called Bradford? Fuck off.
I don't.
Stevie86H. We will get to that in a minute. Says that, Stephen. Can you see that? You can read that, can't you?
The Manscaped one.
No.
Oh, he says Yellowstone is better than Landman. It's been going longer, and obviously with the prequels, multiple prequels that it's had, you've allowed that universe to expand and stuff. And I don't know, you know, I think the writing in the last couple knew it were good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it knew it was an epic Yellowstone.
Right.
So it wrote it like it was an epic rather than just writing it good.
So
Like
does it
Landman at
expand? So
the
does it expand naturally rather than? So you see all like these universes that they have with all the superhero films now, where it's obviously we'll just cash in for franchise and stuff. Is there a proper story to that?
No, I think after about season 3, they've just
thought we'll cash in.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just my interest on Instagram, but everything that I saw the second Yellowstone ended, it felt like it was contractual almost, like they weren't allowed to promote it, but like Ram trucks, loads of different whiskies, coffee brands, jeans, just everyone is sponsoring Yellowstone cast and Yellowstone stuff. Like, I couldn't move for it.
What?
Ram Truck's got its own Yellowstone like version of like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Plot spoiler alert. You've already done this on there anyway. What went down with Kevin Costner then? Did he fall out with him and Taylor Sheridan?
Yeah, I don't know why. Don't know what the reason for it was, but he's fell out with like half of his cast.
Has he really?
Yeah.
Because he has the same little firm.
He nearly sued. So Rip in Yellowstone.
Yeah.
He did
Cole
sue.
Hauser. His
Yeah,
name
he
is,
did sue. Yeah, Cole Hauser. Because he brought out a coffee and it had like a logo that looked similar to the coffee he'd brought out.
Really?
Mate, they're all making absolute bank on everything.
It's good as well because a lot of them are like actors who've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Who've like, this is their big
But do you know what
break.
I think the game is, and the audience can get involved with this one as well?
We like a game.
I think if you look at what Taylor Sheridan has done, right? He writes something. It's quite manly themes of what he does. We've got like ranching, we've got oil, we've got special operations in Lioness. You got the Tulsa King one, and what's the other one? Mary Kingstown, right? They're all got quite manly kind of themes. You can tell that's the kind of guy that he is. That he writes. It's all sort of set roughly in the Midwest, Texas through to Montana,
Yeah.
roughly. Tulsa, you know, like
Dust Bowl is it the call?
yeah, there's a lot of that same sort of thing running through it, and he's in all of them, by the way, all of them.
You would do though, wouldn't you?
Fucking right.
I'm writing it,
Yeah.
and I'm getting the best part.
Writing is a side gig for him. He is an actor, so like,
Yeah.
of course, he's like, fucking
And he
write
gives
myself in this
himself.
shit.
He gives himself the part you give yourself in Yellowstone.
The lead role in Backshot.
He's basically.
There's a scene in is it in Lioness? Oh, no, it's in Yellowstone, isn't it? Yeah, the scene in Yellowstone where he's just surrounded by a load of birds playing poker, strip poker.
Strip poker.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Why did he do that to himself?
Yeah. It's,
Why would you put yourself through that?
well, he likes to just go through the ringer. As an
Yeah,
actor,
I
obviously.
think so. Yeah, method acting.
no, stop that
what he
again.
said.
Take 75. Got to do this again.
Yeah, fucked it up.
It's a nightmare.
Said
That.
flood. I think if you was to sort of like go, okay, that's what he's done. He's got quite manly themes throughout it. He's also in every single one of the things that he's done, although I don't know about Mary Kingstown actually, I'm sure someone can correct me on this. He's resurrected an 80s or 90s forgotten star. Like Tulsa King, he's got Sylvester Stallone acting his cock off.
Yeah.
Billy Bob Thornton acting his cock off.
Because he was gone, man, and not seen Billy Bob Thornton.
Nicole
or anything.
Kidman, she's
Yeah.
acting her cock off. Like Morgan Freeman's in it, playing not God for once. Like he's playing like
Really?
a bit of a bellend, like a quite horrible kind of guy.
God.
So he's bringing back the careers. So he's bringing back.
How many times he played God?
I know.
Double figures.
Yeah, no,
minimum.
It's like, we'll just make Morgan Freeman God. There you go. That's sorted. Everyone
So he's
loves
bringing
it.
back the career of like forgotten stars from the 80s and 90s.
Kevin Costner.
Nicolas Cage
has
got a
not-
chance?
No, because it's people that we forgot about, but they're good actors.
Right,
He's
okay.
neither of those things. So I want to know, who is your pitch? Pitch me, audience, pitch me the next Taylor Sheridan series. And why is it Wesley Snipes on an oil rig?
That actually works. Like,
Why is it Val Kilmer as a long distance haulier?
There's got to be. There's a film in that, isn't there?
well, no, I don't.
Like
I don't-
long distance drivers.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something that could work because it's quite dangerous. There's a lot going on. You can have a few subplots, can't you? Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a girl that lives in.
You ever
the
seen a
town that
documentary on
visits-
ice truckers? You've seen it? It's fucking, what they do.
The ice
to-
road truck thing?
Yeah, they're insane. There's a film in that.
Yeah, we met a trucker in Perth, big United fan who passed away unfortunately. in
Oh, I
an
remember
accident.
you
Yeah, I
saying
remember. It was like, and he was like he was on the stage and everything. We was chanting with him. He was a top guy, and it's like, and he was telling us how he used to go into like the outback and the bush in Australia and like play the podcast to Aborigines and stuff. And he's like, honestly, it was mad. It was mad. Lowy's name.
I'd love to know what the weirdest reach we've had is.
Yeah, he was like, that's mad, innit?
I know there's lads on ops been watching us. I know there's Special Forces lads watching us.
Yeah.
Like, I got some mates that are SIS, like Secret, literally James Bond types.
Really?
They fucking watch us. Yeah. It's lads I serve with. Like, so it's like, he's whatever in my phone book, but he's now like literally fucking about. I mean, it's not an exciting job, right? If anyone's thinking, I wouldn't mind being a fucking low-key James Bond spy type guy, one of my friends that I was serving for like pretty much my entire career actually, he comes up to do work occasionally in Manchester.
Right.
And he's like, so I'm like, so what the fuck is the job like? Because you always want to know, don't you?
Yeah.
It's obviously not James Bond. He's never drove an Aston Martin. Like, he goes, it's fucking ginsters, and it's taking photographs in a fucking people carrier.
Really? Does he wear glasses to hide his disguise?
I don't even think he fucking tries to disguise himself. No, it's just, yeah.
You know,
But how mad's that?
that's class.
Interesting job for about 20 minutes, I reckon. And then you'd be like...
Yeah, because just following someone really.
So then they
dull.
put us on.
Yeah.
But I bet there's loads. I bet there's fucking loads of mad fucking jobs.
Well, where people are watching.
Yeah, that people are watching us.
Yeah.
Loads. Someone being a brain surgeon's got us in the fucking corner.
Some the nuclear.
Delivering a
silo.
baby.
Yeah. Yeah, just hang on a minute.
Please get in touch. I want where you've watched us the weirdest.
Yeah, that's good. Where's the most remote place or the weirdest place, like Steve said, that you've seen or heard or you might be
what
listening
job have
to?
we got you through? 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to stag on the gate in the army. You used to have to stand there for 2 hours at a time. It's not the ones at Buckingham Palace. That's even worse because they can't do fuck all. On regular camps, you're just in combats with standing there with a fucking gun. But it was pre-podcast.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if the lads... I mean, you probably wouldn't be allowed to stand there with an headphone in. So the lads have maybe got it on loudspeaker in a pocket, especially at 4 a.m, you know what I mean? Are they getting away with that? Like, what's the script? I remember watching Jewel, actually. Remember that? Do you remember Jewel? It's like a truck driving fucking horror from the 70s.
Spielberg, that's his first film.
No way.
Yeah.
I remember watching that because they used to have an old fella called MPGS. That's the Military Provost Guard Service, I think it is. And they're the geezers in high-vis vest that operate the barrier. And used to kind of like sometimes share his little fucking booth with him. And he had Jewel on. I remember watching that. That 2 hours ago.
That's class, that film, as well. Because you never quite know what's going on. Why is he getting chased and who is it who's actually chasing him? When he confronts the guy in the cafe and it's not him. I've not seen that for years.
Spielberg didn't know.
Yeah, there you go, you see. Tell you what you do know, though. Manscaped have got you covered, right? Because... Or not. Do you want your grooming routine to be a one-time and done deal, Stephen? Do you want to be able to do your balls and your beard?
Occasionally, I don't mind making a weekend
to the
out
bathroom.
of it. Like.
Yeah. Well, you can do. You
But
can
for
do
the most
both.
part, no.
Yeah, you want to be quick. You're a man on the go. You've got a lot to do. So thankfully, Manscaped have got you covered with the beard and balls bundle. Yeah, using the code Paddock24. There's a link in the description. You can get 20% off and free shipping. What do you get for that? Well, you get your new best friend, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Yeah, that'll take care of anything down there. Yeah. Then you've got the beard hedger, which has got the 20 length option, so you can have a lovely beard like Scotty, so you can make yourself look younger. You can have the rugged look from Mr. Howson over here, or you can have the testicle look like me. Yeah, we've got you covered, right? Go and click on the link in the description. Get the Lawnmower beard hedger and all that. It's all waterproof. It's got the multifunctional on-off switch, which you want, so you can turn it off and on. It's got LED lights. It's got everything, right? You know it by now. You've been watching us long enough.
I wonder if they've rewritten the copy at some point, and someone's like, multifunctional.
I've never heard that before in my life. I've never heard the selling point of anything. I'm glad it's got it because you need it. It turns off and on.
Yeah, but what about your cooker at home?
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like,
Plugged in it.
have you ever bought a car and the guy's gone, you can turn it on and off?
Well, no.
Yeah. No. Like, have you ever bought anything where someone said that to you as a selling point?
Someone
I think
wrote
it's
that
because you
down
get them
in the
razors
copy.
anyway, you put them in and it's do automatically turn on.
And this doesn't.
No,
this you
that's
can turn it
why
off
it's
and on.
such a unique
There you go, you see. It's unique. A unique device Check out the link in the description. Use the code Paddock24. We know it's 2025. We're going to get it changed before you all start. You get 20% off. You get free shipping. You get the beard hedger. You get the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Your beard and your balls will thank you. And a big thank you to Manscaped sponsoring this podcast. Coach Zach, USMC Vet, says, Steve, as another veteran, I always wonder what's the one thing you missed the most about being in other than the camaraderie and brotherhood.
The one thing I miss the most about being in, you're right, there is a camaraderie and a brotherhood that you can't replicate, really, which is weird. It is weird. People that you've never met become literal family.
Right.
I would say it's the missions, and I don't mean specific operations. It's purpose. I feel like you're a part of something, and right or wrong. You know, I'm sure there was conflicts that people don't agree with that I was a part of, and there's things that people are probably going to do in the future that, you know, are questionable, I'm sure. But it was that feeling which you can't replace. Like, so whether it was right or wrong, there was your feeling is your feeling, right? It's that feeling that you're on a pathway, you're doing something. You know, I've joined this thing which is fucking way bigger than me. It's, you know, the reputation of this, what would you call it? Organisation is worldwide for what it is, and you're a part of that. There's a feeling like you get, and it is an invincibility, and it is brainwashing. But
It's a belonging in it to us.
yeah, but it is absolutely a feeling. It's real, like you absolutely feel it. And then, you know, I know a couple of people who've recently just joined. Some people about to start basic training. I get a lot of parents reaching out for me, which, by the way, I will answer every single one of those that I get if I get the opportunity, because I would love to help people get the right career in the military, because I think there is a good career for people out there. And people are like, what if he gets called? What if there's a war starts? And I was like, no one's going to be happy with him. Like, imagine being a footballer that's just on the bench all the time. Trust me, the lads that are in the military can't fucking wait for it to kick off. Like, because that's where you get to prove yourself. That's where you get to go and see what you're about. That's what you get to. Imagine training for years and years and years and years and never getting to do the real thing. Like,
it's like you saying, I think you put on the post before, you want to run a marathon, in it, doing all the training and stuff, and then just being stood at the line before you're allowed to sort of get out and prove your worth.
Yeah. Like, it's the purpose, I think. The purpose, for a bloke as well, especially, I think you've got to have a purpose. And I think that's the one thing that military veterans probably struggle with. Yes, the camaraderie. Yes, the structure. But I think that purpose, because I think self-worth gets tied to the purpose as well. And I think that's a big thing that people struggle with. So if I say, what's the one thing I miss? Purpose. Because, yeah, we have a laugh here. Don't fucking give me a purpose, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we have a laugh. I've had worse jobs, but there's no purpose here with this. Do you know what I mean? Not compared to my previous job.
That's a good way of putting it. Did you never think about signing up when you were younger?
I did for the RAF, but...
You like the 5-star hotels, yeah?
You what, sorry?
You like the 5-star hotels?
Yeah, that was my kind of thing. I thought that was like...
Yeah.
I thought I wanted a bit of structure. I didn't fancy joining the army. I was, wasn't sort of going anywhere in my life, but I was underweight. That wasn't the only thing. Like, when I did the first test, they said I was.
Oh, you went as
underweight.
far as a test?
Yeah, they said like, because I was like. Also, I would not have passed the drug test if we'd have got that far. We didn't. I wouldn't have.
Did it
I was out my head when I went there.
Of course they do a fucking drug test.
Like, there's no way on God's earth it would have been coming up all sorts.
Yeah.
And then they said told me to come back within a certain time, and between the time they told me to come back and the time I'd taken it, I'd been nicked and convicted of something. So. It wasn't going to happen. It was a fleeting thing where I went and thought, oh yeah, I'll give it a go and try it, and then, it didn't happen. But no, in terms of what Steve's done, and me and Steve spoke a lot about it, I often say, to me, that doesn't, and no disrespect to you, I admire what you did, it's not something I'd ever find appealing. Do you know what I mean? It sounds quite horrific, but, even like, I know it sounds petty, but even stuff like the weather, like it's red hot, and you've got to do all this stuff, and you've got to watch your back, and you've got to watch your colleagues' back. And there's an element of danger, obviously.
I'm putting the weather on one of the top reasons why I enjoy it.
That's what I mean. And I don't mind being hot, but it's like everything he describes, and I'm like, that sounds horrific.
I love it, like all the elements of danger, and you went, the weather.
No, but
not the chance of losing my life would be the reason. When I was 21,
and when we were the age that he was serving, we were like in Malia, we were getting levered, and it's like he was sort of stood there for 2 hours, like
Some may say getting through the strip at Malia was harder than Basel.
Well, yeah, I don't want to compare our time to yours, Steve, but we went through.
2007 I was there.
In between,
In between Afghanistan 1 and Afghanistan 2, I hit that Malia strip.
Yeah.
It's tough, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
we did that.
We did about 5 months
on
there,
quad
bro.
bikes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't easy starting on quad
patrol.
bikes with a stick you got off the floor. So, what about you? Did you never?
I did the Krypton Factor at Preston Barracks.
Oh, did you?
And then that was it.
Was that enough to
I
make?
don't know that's where the Krypton Factor was.
Yeah,
I
that's
knew it
where-
was localish because it was
Yeah,
Granada,
Preston
obviously.
Barracks. Well, but say a while ago, wasn't it, Krypton Factor? Yeah, Preston Barracks it was.
Did they bring that back, the Krypton Factor?
They probably
Feels
did.
About
They-
4 seconds.
They bring
Yeah,
everything
and then
back,
they
don't they?
went,
Because
actually, this
now
is
darts
shit.
is on trend. They've brought that back.
That's
hasn't they?
Lulu.
Bullseye.
By the way, has someone done Bullseye yet?
No.
How?
Can you do bullseye?
It reeks of
without
Paddy
Jimbo?
McGuinness. Are you fucking insane?
Oh,
Think
my God, it does, he's right.
Flintoff's doing it in there.
Oh, is it?
Andy
Oh, right,
Flint,
yeah.
And,
No,
and,
he-
Flint.
Wait, it's actually been done?
Yeah, they're doing
Right,
it now.
Thank you. It
Right.
fucking should have been.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Jim Bowen on the outtakes, Phoenix Nights?
It's, yeah.
Arguably the funniest thing you'll ever see. Have you seen it?
I'm not sure he's acting.
No, not on the outtakes. He just keeps calling Frank, doesn't it? It's so good. They do about 100 takes for like one sentence.
I tried to get Jim Bowen to do a voiceover for an ad I'd written once. But
Really?
It was towards the later stages, towards the end of his life. And he wasn't very coherent. And I think he was in a caravan somewhere in the northwest. And we used to have this conversation every morning.
Really?
Back and forth. What am I doing again? So now I couldn't get him to do it because he couldn't remember it. Like, his line. It was terrible.
Yeah, because because I was watching, me and him were talking. There's a documentary on Sky. You'll probably enjoy it about the golden era of darts, because obviously darts is back in vogue. So like Jockey Wilson, Eric Bristow, who else?
Phil Taylor.
Phil Taylor, but he was a little bit.
He's a bit
later,
more
but-
clean living than the rest of them.
than the rest of them, and it's nuts.
Wait, what does clean living in darts look like? Like
Mate.
Jay in the 90s.
Yeah, it is. It's like that.
That's it. That's clean living compared to the rest.
Drinking like,
Jockey
I'll
Wilson
just have
was-
the 3 pints of vodka, and then I'm going to chin everyone, and then I'm going to go and play darts, and it's like that was part of the
John
the
Drolson
fun.
had a darts shop. Perigos.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Market Street.
Right.
I remember thinking about this the other day. I might have said it. I might have been in the car with Jaden explaining it. He just didn't fucking get it. But I was like, the economy must have been so much stronger in the 80s or 90s. Because how the fuck is a shop that sells darts been around for years?
Yeah.
Like, I look at some shops and I go, I don't know you're open. What are you selling enough of that, enough of a profit margin to make thousands a
Like,
week
what's the
to pay
markup
your
on
rent?
darts? Like,
What the fuck?
snooker shops.
How many people are buying darts?
Was it the place to be? Like,
Clearly
if you
was.
want darts, you go.
You knew you had to
Yeah.
go there, but
Yeah.
fucking hell. I mean, obviously online and Amazon, people are just going to go to Amazon. But imagine now if there was a dart shop, even in here in the Northern Quarter, right? Imagine it was a dart shop. What do you sell? Fucking darts. What else? Dart boats
That's it, yeah.
and flights.
There's your plot
Are
for
you
your
fucking
next Taylor
serious?
Sheridan
These lot
thing.
of all got
Darts
into it,
shop.
aren't they?
What?
Joe Smith and his many.
Bruce Willis runs a dart shop.
There you. Well, he's a bit poorly at the moment, isn't he, Bruce?
Yeah, you might have to rethink that one. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp's not gone away. He's bigger than ever.
Yeah, but
Mel Gibson.
He could. Oh right, you need someone.
Mel Gibson's not-
Mel
he's
Gibson
big in-
looks like he plays darts.
He's big in the
Yeah.
MAGA game now at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's Bezzies with Trump. So I don't know
Come on,
if you can
who
get.
is it? Who's that 80s,
80s?
90s actor? 90s, I think. 90s.
You need 90s.
Yeah.
So you want a 90s actor who's going to.
Demi Moore's in Landman.
Demi Moore's
Yeah.
smashing it. She's just won a Golden Globe, hasn't she?
That's what's really good in that last film.
Yeah.
that
What's
she
it
was in.
called?
The one where she clones herself. I've not seen it.
I need to see that.
Kurt Russell.
Someone said Kurt Russell. For
Kurt
one of
Russell
the,
runs-
the
Scrapyard
Yeah.
in Oklahoma.
someone said Kurt Russell doing something before. Nomad Joe says happy birthday, Jay. I
Bruce
think
Willis
it's
is
a little while
non-verbal.
ago. Thank
Holy
you.
shit, I didn't realise that.
He's not well, is he?
Yeah, he's
And this,
really
you know,
poorly.
but to fair play to them more, because obviously they divorced years ago, but they've got kids together, and she's been looking after him, hasn't she? So she does like the odd social media posts, and you'll see like when he gets his birthday cake or whatever. And yeah, he's struggling. He's got dementia, but he's being looked after by his kids and Demi Moore. Abhinav Verma says Tom Cruise. I don't know.
Not gone away.
That yeah,
No,
you
it's gotta be
need
someone that's a bit
someone
more
that's gone
underground.
away and not had a horrific scandal that's ended their career. So
That limits a lot.
I know you're not gonna have
One of the
Bill
Baldwins
Cosby doing it,
One
are
of the
you?
Baldwins suit that? Is he still alive, Bill Cosby?
Yeah, I think so.
Bill Cosby's in prison, isn't
He got out, I think.
Yeah.
He did a bit at the time, and then
Put the
he's
pudding pop in the prison.
yeah, he's Yeah, you're not getting him on anything. Basically, Steve Buscemi. No, he's Steve Buscemi still.
Nah, he's still a legend, isn't he?
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Gilbert Gottfried, that's a good shout.
That's
Dustin Hoffman's not a bad shout.
Joe Pesci. He only pops up. I mean, I'm talking
Joe
cameos.
Pesci,
He only
yeah.
does little roles here and there.
Yeah, Joe Pesci's not too bad. He's about 83 now. Joe Pesci.
Surely.
He's like they were all in The Irishman, weren't they? But he's getting on a
Yeah.
bit. Oh, do you know what I like that? Tony Morgan. Time to get Rick Moranis back in the game.
Didn't he leave because his wife was ill or something?
Yeah,
That's
to
what
look
it
after
was.
his
did
kids.
it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. John Goodman, Chevy Chase.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, but he's not really gone away.
No, Bill Murray's still big in the game.
Joe Pesci's 81.
He's 81. But Joe Pesci.
Yeah,
See, I was
Val
only.
Kilmer, I think Val Kilmer's a hell of a shout. Has
But
he
he's
actually
not
got
well.
something wrong with his voice
Yeah,
as
he's
well?
not well, though, is
that
he?
wasn't acting then in Top Gun.
No, he's
that
not
was
well.
a real good fucking thing to throw in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched
Well,
the
like, fuck
documentary
it,
on
let's
him.
just fucking do
He's
it
had
without your
he's had
voice.
it for years, throat cancer. And he's been in a few films like Top Gun, and he's been in a few low budget ones where they've covered his throat. And I don't know. I think his son does his voice for him. In the documentary, his son does his voice for him.
Dolph Lundgren, he's poorly, isn't he, as well? Actually.
Oh yeah, I saw a post on Instagram where he was on. He was in hospital. So yeah, Val Kilmer, that's real.
Mr. T.
What's Mr. T doing? Is he still going?
Snickers adverts.
Oh, hi, isn't he? Bloody hell,
What's his full, give me his full name.
Mr. T. Right, hang on a minute.
Theodore something, isn't it?
It's Lawrence Charade or Charode, yeah. But he's 72. He could maybe, Mr. T has a dart shop. I think that works. Mr. T has a dart shop. Where's
No. Mr. T is a bow hunter.
A bow hunter, right?
Mr.
Okay.
T is a bow hunter.
Yeah,
Fucking right answer.
I like that. Yeah, that could work. Well, do you remember though when you used to have things like that? Well, he's still got it now. What were we watching in America?
Eddie Murphy.
I don't know.
Wasn't it? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know if you were there actually. We were watching. Was it The Game doing paedophile hunting?
What?
Like, do you remember? Like,
Do I remember? No.
Right,
Because
you
you
see
just
it.
made that up.
There's a game called
The Game.
Paedophile.
No, the game,
rapper.
as in the rapper.
Oh,
The
right.
game.
I thought you meant like it was all you all got together and said, right, the first to
Let's
catch a
go and-
paedophile wins.
Yeah, you win the
Right.
prize. No, it was The Game. Like in America, like they get these celebrities doing it now, where they arrange to meet. Like,
What, like nonce-hunt?
non-hunt thing. But I'm not making it up. I'm not.
Which
like,
British
is a thing.
celebrity should present non-son?
I'm glad you said present because I thought we were rapidly going across a line that was legally, unsound. Should present it.
Yeah, because I bet loads of them when they get that letter shit it.
I think someone like that. You need someone like
Vinnie Jones,
a Danny Dyer or
Vinnie Jones.
Ray Winston presenting this kind of thing, doesn't it?
Can't be anyone who's had any scandal about it.
No, they
Yeah,
have.
he's got to be quite
For a
clean
bit.
living.
He's got to be
sort
quite
of
good, but
like
also a
that.
bit of a geezer. Right, we're gonna proper better this dose. Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing, innit? That couldn't. Yeah.
Oh, that one,
you could
There's
pitch
a
that
scent
to.
round here.
Life on Mars. Is that Gene
Yeah.
Hunt? Is he battering a nonce?
Look at the way he's carrying them sweets.
It's time to give him a right good kicking. Like, yeah,
Ross
that-
Kemp's going back to EastEnders, isn't he? Speaking of bad men, yeah.
Really?
Have you heard his real voice?
Ross Kemp?
Yeah.
No.
What's it like? Was he in extras? Did he have his? Oh no, because it was his Ross Kemp voice, wasn't it?
He's got I'm surrounded by geezers
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got... The only way I can describe it is theatre.
Really?
It's like a very theatre voice, yeah. It's the only way I could describe it. It's not effeminate, but it's like there's... It's
It's quite eloquent.
yeah, it's not... No, it's not just eloquent. It's not just eloquent. It's... I can't fucking describe it.
Tom Hardy's like that as well.
Tom Hardy is a
Tom
little
Hardy,
bit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hardy is a little bit of a chameleon like that in terms of the way his voice is. But yeah, it was funny because when he did the brilliant show that he did in Afghanistan, and he was right in the thick of it as well. He didn't have that voice with the boys.
A lot of them are like that though, aren't they? A lot of actors who play Iron Man that have come through that like the theatre and the lovies, basically,
Yeah.
aren't they? They've not gone from like Borstal straight into Hollywood
What was
films.
Ray Winston? Was he theatre? Because he gives off geezer vibes, but like
He was quite young
There's
though, wasn't he?
drama school, isn't
Yeah.
there?
So what was he in? What
But
was
he
the
was
film?
in Scum.
wasn't it?
He was quite young in Scum, wasn't
What's a fucking film, by the way?
Yeah, it's a great film.
Who's your best character, and why is it the fella that polished his feet?
Oh, him, the nusser. Yeah. I'm going to pretend I'm a psycho and everyone just leaves me alone. I love that. That's class, that. Yeah, I forgot about him. That's a harrowing watch, though. It really is. We've had people have been in the chat. I've noticed. Yeah, there's been news right from United about the stadium, but the news is just more thinking, basically. Like I'll read out this. This I've just been trying to decipher this while you.
Frankie Boyle has a posh voice. What?
He blocked me on Twitter. I know.
What did you do to offend
Right,
Frankie?
this is literally what I did, right? He wrote an article for The Sun, so hashtag don't buy The Sun. I only read it because it was online and it was on like Twitter or whatever. Slagging off
you have
Fergie.
to say to justify your actions.
I know, yeah, there's no justification. Anyway, he wrote an article on The Sun slagging off Fergie. And I just tweeted, don't mind criticism of Fergie, but that article for that rag is utter shite. And he blocked me.
Did you tag him in?
Probably. I mean, it was back in the day when I used to spend my nights sort of stood up, snizzling, arguing with people on Twitter, giving shit to people.
The golden age.
Yeah.
The golden era. When you could
Mistletoe.
say things as well. You could say things and then I had to go and delete everything I'd said. Yeah, it says here, the United statement that a couple of people have asked about. The task force, because this is a special task force that they've announced that's going to look into everything, determined that a redeveloped Old Trafford could increase the capacity of the existing stadium to 87,000, whereas a new build stadium would allow capacity to reach 100,000. Both options remain under consideration, with the club set to decide on the preferred choice or preferred approach ahead of the summer. So
That's not news.
we're still looking.
That's
Like,
not news.
basically.
That's like me saying when I go home, I will decide what I'm having.
They're
for
saying
tea.
basically.
That's like there's not news, Steve.
Yeah, it's completed its initial feasibility work into options
Right,
for a
flip that.
new redeveloped
I've completed
stadium.
my initial feasibility options into the possibilities of what to have for my tea.
Yeah.
When I get home, I will decide what to have for my tea. Stay tuned for further developments.
So do you know what you're having for your tea?
I have narrowed it down between two options,
Right, okay. That's good then. Right, fair enough. Yeah, that is that, innit? So,
which is either to have tea or not have tea.
yeah. Well, that's what they've
By the
said.
sounds of that.
Well, we're going to have a new stadium or we're not?
Yes.
Right,
that's it.
well, we knew that. You've got a task force to tell you that.
Can you imagine the state of
Tweet
that
a
task
statement,
force?
Jay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
We're ready to tweet a statement. What's the statement say? It says we have decided that we will have a new stadium or we won't.
We've decided that we've got a decision to make.
big news. Yeah, we've got a decision. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we'll see what happens. We'll see. I mean, you know.
Are you asked? Which either way.
I don't know personally how many years I've got left in me.
Wow.
No,
It's a
I don't
shame
mean,
you're not a tree. We could cut you.
I know, no, I don't mean in life. I mean go to the game. Am I going to go to the game into my 50s and 60s, or I'm going to get to a point where I go, right.
Because of the steps.
No, not because of the stat. I just feel, sometimes I feel like I enjoy it because
Is it the hot dogs?
the hot dogs have gone downhill. I go to the game.
Parking
I go to the
costs.
game to see my mates.
Dog shit.
I have mates that I only...
It's getting worse.
Yeah, I have mates I only see at the match and that, and like...
You're fed up with them.
No, a little bit of that, no, but some of them have already stopped going, and you think you might get to a point like my dad did it, and I think everyone's not everyone, but a lot of people go to the point where you go, right, I'm going to take a step back now. I'm not going to renew my season ticket or whatever. So I don't know. I
That
don't
thought
know.
has literally never entered my head.
Are you going to go forever?
I didn't think I was allowed not to.
That's a fair comment, to be honest. I mean, I probably will.
I'm going
not saying.
I'm going to step back.
I don't know. I don't know. I might know.
I'm going to step back
I
from
didn't
my
say that.
position
Yeah.
as supporter
No,
of Manchester
I'm still
United.
a
He's got a
supporter.
statement to make.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to go every week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I had not a year off, but last season I only went to about 10 games because I was doing loads of watch-alongs. So there might be a scenario where I don't go as often. So my point is, I'm not as...
It'll be the
So,
year you bang
emotionally
off your
invested as
season
others might
ticket
be.
that United will win the league.
Do you reckon?
It won't work.
I'll be that guy. I'll just turn up for the big games. But I wanted a new stadium. I've been saying I want a new stadium for years, and everyone was having a go at me and calling me a fucking dickhead. And then all of a sudden it became popular. And then Mitten said it, and everyone loved it. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, actually, we're allowed to say that now because Mitten said it. I agree. Where I just think, I don't know, how many times can you revamp Old Trafford before you have to admit it's 100 years old and
One
it might
more
need
time.
exactly, it might need rebuilding. Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on, I don't know. We'll see. But at least we know now that they're going to decide one day
Why
what they're
can't we
going to
just do it like Trigger's brush?
It is though, isn't it?
I know, it's like people say, like, this is the same stadium that the Busby Bays played. You think, well, is it? Really? It's like when people say it's the same pitch they played on, and like, well, it's not. Like, it wasn't the same pitch they played on a year later. They fucking, like...
Yeah, they relay it every summer.
Yeah, like-
It's the same pitch.
Yeah.
But
Like-
the original tunnel's still there from 1908.
They could move that though, couldn't they?
I think that's
Well,
what
they
I
don't
think.
use it no more.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
think
like,
you
it's
can
made
say
out of like
some
proper
things.
reinforced concrete.
Yeah,
and someone's
yeah.
gone, fucking can't get that out, and they've gone, right, leave it.
Yeah, they're saying about economic benefits and 7 billion to the economy and 100,000
I just
jobs
don't
and all
want,
that, whatever.
like, the penalty box of the Stretford end to be the shitter of Nando's in the future.
Right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it will be, won't it?
Your idea was the best, but that was never going to happen. Like, that was the perfect idea, but...
Drop it to like 20k,
Yeah.
keep the pitch where it is.
And have that as the academy stadium, but it would have cost the same as building a new stadium. So take, you can't just obviously take 60,000 seats.
And move it.
It would have been a graft, and obviously the financial rewards weren't that great for that. We're coming from a fan point of view. We'd love to see that emotionally or whatever.
Well, clearly we're not in the fucking thinking. And I do worry that... I mean, my dad said if it's 66 quid on the season ticket or per game,
Yeah.
like the way they've done it with the sort of casual tickets at the moment, if it's 66 quid per game on the season ticket, he's like, I'm fucking turning it in like...
This is what I mean. It's like there's a lot of considerations where you go,
He's been going 60 years.
Jeez.
that's good, man. That's some good going. That's like... That's
You don't
proper.
after that amount of service, you get like, you know, reduced rates.
Fucking hell.
You'd think.
United want you out. Once you get to a
No,
certain
no,
age, they want
Yeah,
you
do you know
gone.
what?
I bet your dad doesn't spend all day at the mega store, does he, when he goes there?
He buys like one fucking pint every other game, a
Right.
Bovril every other game in between, or a coffee. Like, he don't spend fuck all. He parks that far away and hikes in because he's not fucking
Yeah,
paying
my
for
dad
parking.
was the same when we were kids. He used to park like illegal car parks and have to climb through fences to get to Old Trafford.
Like, where are we parking? This is Weast.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlton, this David.
Do you remember, right? I remember that time when you said, I met you here, we went into each other, went to the game together, you went, I've got somewhere we can park in the ground, and it was short. Do you remember that guy who charged us to try, or I don't know if he tried to, or did charge us for parking on the pavement?
Tried to. And
Yeah,
I went,
I think you...
Don't fucking think
but
so.
like the car park when he was operating
fucking born yesterday.
was full. So he was sort of shepherding cars even, onto the car park, onto the pavement, sorry, and then taking a tenner off him.
And
I was
people
like, you
give
don't
it-
own
people
this
do.
pavement, bro. This isn't your
and
pavement.
by the way, they're definitely getting a ticket.
Yeah. It was just like, and he probably made about, I don't know, a couple of £100.
Fair
Just
play
a row of
to them
cars.
getting away with it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, nice one. I've made my money. Just before we wrap up, you got a game tomorrow, you?
Yeah.
No, don't tell me. I know you playing. You're playing more United, aren't you?
Yep. How'd you know that? I've seen it in the chat.
No, someone sent an email to the wrong email. It came to me.
I'm wearing a shirt, wearing our blackout kit.
Nice, that.
That's decent, that little sponsorship piece as well.
We've just put the player issue ones on the site, and if we've not, we are doing soon. So go and check out Stretford Paddock shop. There's a few of these. There's a few of the red and black and the green and gold. There's not many. There's literally like a slack handful, and some sizes have sold out. They won't be coming back. So if you want one, go get one. And if you're in the area tomorrow, 3 o'clock, free entry. We should put on a show tomorrow, I think.
Where is it? The home.
United, yeah. We play some football on there, like
Yeah. Good stuff.
suits us.
Yeah, good. Go and check that out. Go and check out Stephen Howson's channel as well, because there's no doubt you've done about 12 scout reports.
Go on and Buemo tomorrow.
There you go. I love Buemo at Manchester United. You can check us out on Scotty and Motti as well, by the way. And Steve's going to be joining us. We're going to do a little video that'll be out tomorrow that's coming shortly. So just before we wrap up, Peter Kelly says he's been a academy member for 54 months, by the way, which is elite. Says don't have to worry about parking for United if you fly in, book a hotel and get a tram to the ground. There you go. So he's obviously coming over from elsewhere. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who got involved in the chat. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Scotty. This has been The Brew. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And a big thank you to Manscaped sponsoring us. Thanks for watching.